Hey guys, today's a controversial ranking day. Who among the famous X-Men is really the strongest? When mutations and superpowers can alter the fabric of reality, the idea of classifying the most powerful or top Marvel mutants is more than a challenge. But who among the dozens of members of the X-Men team is the strongest when it comes to raw power and muscles? Some candidates for the strongest X-Men hero are obvious choices, like Apocalypse, and of course Juggernaut, who are among the strongest characters in the entire Marvel Universe. But I promise there will be some surprises when selecting the physically strongest mutants who have ever joined the X-Men universe, and several underrated fighters that X-Men fans have completely forgotten about. You already know. Comment below your list of the 3 strongest X-Men. Let's talk about it, and who knows, I may do a follow-up video. Deal? Continuing on. 8. When it comes to mutants, quantifying and qualifying their strength in relation to each other can be tricky. Iceman, for example, may not be the physically strongest of the group, but he has been clearly confirmed as one of Marvel's most powerful characters. While some of the brute force characters listed here later could literally smash Bob Drake to pieces, few if any could actually defeat him. Iceman is an Omega level mutant, which means that the upper limit of his powers remains elusive. I've already made a video here on the channel about power ratings, so when you finish this video or search, ask me in the comments and I'll send you the link directly, okay? In his ice form, Bob is practically immortal. By rebuilding from any physical injury, he can unleash a counterattack that only the toughest characters could withstand, let alone respond to. Number 7, Wolverine, better known as Wolverine. As one of the most famous X-Men characters of all time, it's hard to ignore a brutal fighter like Wolverine when comparing the strength of mutants. However, it is interesting to note that even with all his fame, Wolverine is nowhere near the top of the list of the strongest. In addition to his famous claws and unmatched healing factor, Wolverine also possesses enhanced strength, reflexes, agility, and endurance. However, tenacity is not the same as brute force. Thus, even though Logan is able to move between 800 pounds and 1 or 2 tons, he is more valuable as an immortal warrior than as an unwavering force. And when you can jump, cut, or overcome any obstacle in your way, muscles end up being a bit overrated anyway. Number 6. Comic book fans know Emma Frost as one of Marvel Comics' most powerful telepaths, rivaling the powers of Charles Xavier or Jim Gray, depending on the story. However, they may not know that she's also one of the strongest X-Men, thanks to the second mutation Emma developed in the early 2000s. She has the ability to transform her entire body into a hard diamond form, unlocking a strength that even a telepath would desire. This second mutation appeared in the new adaptation of X-Men 97. The invulnerable durability she acquires in this diamond form is easy to demonstrate, but the transformation also grants her offensive capabilities. The science behind this super powerful mutation is a bit vague, but the results are clear. In diamond form, Emma can deliver devastating physical attacks and lift more than 1,000 pounds if needed. For this infamous White Queen, the choice between intelligence and strength is really not a choice. Number 5, Omega Red. And if a mutant turned into a walking nightmare, the answer is Omega Red. Born as Arkady Rosovich, this Russian assassin was already a villain before his mutations manifested. When they did, they just gave him more ways to kill by sheer willpower. After he nearly died and was handed over to the KGB, he received improvements in a ghastly attempt to recreate the super soldier programs that created heroes like Captain America and Wolverine. On paper, Omega Red's healing factor, strength, and endurance can be compared to those of the previous candidates on the list. But when combined with his mutant death factor, he is able to drain the life from his victims to enhance all of his physical traits. Typically lifting 10 tons, but dozens more after absorbing energy from powerful enemies, his true limits of strength and muscle are unimaginable and terrifying, given enough casualties. We've reached the halfway point of the list. I've already shared a bonus surprise ahead, but I want to hear from you. Is there anyone you think is missing from the list? Have you left your comment? Have you shared your list? Comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. I'm here every day, and with your help, this channel is growing and will bring more videos to you, okay? Thank you so much. Continuing. Number 4, Neore. The wild card spot on the list of the strongest X-Men or the most powerful mutants goes to Neore, best known as the Atlantean king of the Marvel Universe. The truth is that Neore is half Atlantean, half human, and completely mutant. The wings on his ankles, which give him the power to fly, are the most obvious symptom of his mutation, but the true nature and depth of mutation are much harder to pin down. The outcome is what counts, making Neore stronger, faster, more durable, and more formidable than any other Atlantean before him. What makes Neore a joker is his unclear physiology, granting him as much strength as a story might require, whether in or out of water. What makes Neore able to injure Thanos, or Sentry, or knock out the Hulk with a punch? The answer may never be clear, but this only adds to the mystery surrounding Marvel's Marine Mutant. Number 3, Juggernaut. The Juggernaut is one of Marvel Comics' most powerful villains, with an unknown level of strength that is only limited by the mystical gem named Sidorak. According to his most devoted fans, even the mighty Ken Marcos stands alone among the mutants. Juggernaut can pierce through solid steel, knock down buildings, and has proven to be a challenge for powerful superheroes like Colossus and even the Hulk. He is practically unstoppable in his armor and only vulnerable to psychic forms of attack. Even though he initially started as a villain for the X-Men, Juggernaut has been a part of the team in recent years, confirming that a being of his strength is always someone the heroes want on their side in a battle. Number 2, Vulcan. Gabriel Summers, also known as Vulcan, has repeatedly demonstrated a physical strength that few other mutants, let alone humans, can match. Created by the alien race known as the Shi'ar, the return of Summers' lost brother has brought a lot of turmoil to Cyclops and the X-Men, especially since neither of them is a match for him in direct combat. Like many of the characters mentioned here, Vulcan's strength is matched by his determination, ambition, and relentlessness. With the ability to absorb and manipulate energy, Vulcan has a control over matter that makes him an intimidating foe for almost any other Marvel character. Number 1, Apocalypse. First of all, yes, Apocalypse is one of the cruelest villains in the X-Men, but in recent years he's been a trusted ally and even part of the White Council in the mutant homeland of Krakoa. He brought his incredible strength to face the common enemies of mutants, using his seemingly limitless strength to fight as the original mutant, for whom all mutational advantages are possible. In addition to the superhuman strength he possesses due to his biology, Apocalypse is also able to harness latent energy to increase his strength exponentially. He is so strong that he was once able to resist and contain the Incredible Hulk in Incredible Hulk 456, and his reputation alone discourages most mutants from even dreaming of facing him in combat if they can avoid it. And for those who stuck around till the end, a bonus, Megan Cusciano, famed as a powerful shapeshifter and mystic during the classic Excalibur series of the late 80s. Megan, Captain Britain's half-mutant, half-fairy wife, possesses remarkable physical strength thanks to her mystical magical heritage, which allows her to draw elemental energy from Earth to move hundreds of tons. It seems she has an unfair advantage. At the start, we were discussing this list of people who can lift 2 tons. Now we're talking about hundreds of tons. Megan's capability to morph into mythic beings like massive dragons that breathe fire ties her strength to muscle and genuine physical power. With her capacity to expand her physical form to face even Galactus, Megan secures her prominent role. Her strength is virtually limitless and not bound by any rules. Even the most formidable mutants end up having to acknowledge her power. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comments. I would love to chat about the video topics. If you like the video, hit like, share, and subscribe. Recommendations for the next videos are popping up on the screen, which you would definitely want to watch. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you soon.